Hello everyone, I'm Parth Bhimani and I am a part of Team Nimbus. For our final project for the data warehousing and business intelligence class, we have created a project to visualize Twitter trends over the past week. We visualize this data on an interactive dashboard. We can visualize basis given hashtags or certain keywords. And we have built this application majorly on Amazon Web Services. This slide shows the technologies that we use to create the project and an overview of the data pipeline to the Nimbus dashboard. Initially, we used a Python script to poll tweets for particular hashtags from the Twitter API. We used multi-threading to poll multiple hashtags and store it in a JSON format in an Amazon S3 bucket. After that, we used Amazon Comprehend to perform a sentimental analysis on the polled tweets JSON file. The output of Amazon Comprehend is stored in another bucket in Amazon S3. We wanted to visualize this data, but the output of Amazon Comprehend was a messy JSON file which was not easily understood by Amazon QuickSight. Also, the output was doubly zipped in tar.gz format. To resolve that, we created a Java application which pulled from the S3 bucket, extracted the data from the tar.gz file, cleaned up individual data rows and created a CSV file and dumped it into yet another S3 bucket. This CSV file was easily consumable by Amazon QuickSight, and we connected this data with QuickSight using a manifest JSON file. On QuickSight, we created several additional fields and numerous charts to create this visually appealing and interactive dashboard. This is a screenshot of the interactive dashboard created using Amazon QuickSight. As an example, we have polled tweets over the past week for popular candidates for the upcoming election. We generated additional information by doing a sentimental analysis on the polled tweets. As you can see here, we have polled around 85,000 tweets over the last week. This chart shows the number of tweets received on that date. This shows the total positive tweets for the candidate. As you can see here, Bernie Sanders received the most positive tweets in the past week, and Joe Biden received the most negative tweets in the past week. Whereas Mike Bloomberg has received the most number of tweets on his Twitter handle.
You can create your own AWS account by simply providing your email ID and credit card details. After verification, you can have access to all its services through this link. You need to just type in the name of the service. For now, I will show you how to create an S3 bucket. We'll click on create bucket. We'll provide some name. Okay. We'll provide a region. Click on next. Now here there are multiple options which will help you configure your S3 bucket. The first option will enable you to keep multiple versions of an object in one bucket. The other one, server access logging, provides detailed records for the requests that are made to a bucket. This info can be useful in security and access audits. In tags, a key value pair is associated to a bucket, using which AWS organizes your resource cost on your cost allocation reports. We'll hit on next. These options will prevent any application from accessing your buckets without API keys. Once you hit create bucket, a bucket will be created in your S3 service. So here, this bucket has been created. Now, in order to integrate Twitter API with AWS, we have created a Python code. So this code will extract all the tweets based on the hashtags we provided, and using multi-threading, it will create multiple threads which will enable us to extract the details of all the 4 candidates parallelly. So I'm running this program, and now multiple threads has been generated and the data is now flowing in your S3 bucket. As we can see here, data has started flowing in our bucket. Now we will move on to the next step. Once all the tweets are extracted and stored in our S3 bucket, we'll run a service called Amazon Comprehend, which will consume all these tweet files and run sentimental analysis on each file and store the result in S3 bucket. Now we'll see how to create a job in Amazon Comprehend service. We'll again go in AWS management. We'll search for Amazon Comprehend. Now here we'll create an analysis job. We'll provide a name of the job. Choose an analysis type, which will be sentiment in our case. We'll select language, which is English. For now, we'll switch off this job inscription. Now we'll provide a data source. Now this data source will be the bucket in which we have collected all the tweets. Give it some time to load. This is the bucket where we have all our tweets. We'll select the input format. And now we'll select the bucket where the output will be stored. Here we'll choose a role which has already been created, and now hit on create job. Now this job which we just created will run and create output based on the sentimental analysis model. So once this job is successfully completed, we'll see a file in the folder which is named as output.tar.gz. So this is a compressed file which has been created by Amazon Comprehend. Now we have created a Java program which will help us extract this file and clean it. So I will just run that file. As I said earlier, this will download that file, it will extract it and clean the data, and again upload in the S3 bucket. Now if we refresh this bucket, we'll see a file which has been extracted and cleaned by the Java program. So this is the file I was talking about. Now this file will be consumed by QuickSight to visualize the data of the sentimental analysis.
We will now pull the dataset from S3 bucket to the QuickSight. QuickSight is a business analyst tool of AWS where we will be visualizing our dataset. Now we will import our dataset from S3. QuickSight also provides various other sources from where you can import. So let's name this as tutorial. And I'm going to upload the manifest which we have made already. You can either edit preview data or visualize directly. I'm going to preview my data. So Quickset is smart enough to identify which field is integer, date, or string. And if you're not satisfied with it, you can change manually by clicking here. And once you are done, you can save and continue. So this tools helps to create various charts like pie chart, donut chart, heat map, tree map, and many other. Since we have limited times, we have already made the charts before, and I'm going to walk through you to them. So this is our dashboard, and right now, uh, so these three charts are interactive charts, and we can control this by using this filter. So we have four candidates, and total number of tweets for these candidates were around 84,000. And if you want to look for specific candidates, say for Donald Trump, so the total number of tweets for Donald Trump's are 21,000. And if we this particular chart shows the most tweeted on a particular day, and this shows that on 18th of Feb, there were around 4.5 tweets. And in this chart, it shows the sentiments by days, where a green one indicates positive and skin color indicates negative. Now, if we want to compare between all four candidates, and if we want to see who has the most positive tweets and who has the most negative tweets, we have the charts over here. We can see Barney Sanders has the most positive tweets, whereas Joe Biden has the most negative tweets. And in this two last charts, we have divided them over here into parties. And so most trending party right now for the last week is Republican, and the most trending candidate over for the last week is Mike Bloomberg.